If you think you've seen the funniest moments from The Office, think again. This collection is packed with outrageous pranks, bizarre office experiments, ridiculous business ideas, and non-stop laughs that prove why Dunder Mifflin is the most dysfunctional workplace on television. The madness begins when Michael discovers that the office phone system has a public announcement feature. Instead of using it professionally, he immediately turns the office into his own comedy stage, making fake airline announcements, prank calls, and completely embarrassing his employees. Every few minutes, another ridiculous announcement echoes through the office, leaving everyone wondering what he'll do next. Meanwhile, Dwight Schrute decides it's time to find a new career. Confident that he's the perfect employee for any job, he creates an over-the-top resume listing impossible achievements, bizarre special skills, and describing himself as an alpha male, jackhammer, and merciless. His confidence knows absolutely no limits, even when reality clearly disagrees. Andy, determined to impress everyone, proudly shows off his custom-made ringtone, only for it to become painfully awkward. At the same time, Dwight continues teaching his yearly karate seminar, treating ordinary office workers as if they're preparing for an international martial arts tournament. His lessons quickly spiral into complete chaos, as he ends up fighting himself. Watching Dwight battle an imaginary version of himself becomes one of the funniest demonstrations the office has ever witnessed. Michael then stumbles into another terrible business opportunity, a classic pyramid scheme disguised as a can't-miss investment. Completely convinced he's about to become rich, he tries recruiting the entire office, insisting it's not a pyramid scheme. Naturally, nobody believes him, except Michael, who somehow becomes even more convinced the plan is foolproof. As if that wasn't enough, Kevin accidentally becomes the internet's newest comedy sensation after a hilarious Cookie Monster-style voice recording spreads throughout the office. Everyone gathers around to laugh, except Kevin, who insists he doesn't sound anything like the famous puppet. Unfortunately for him, nobody agrees. Jim reveals one of his greatest long-term pranks by sending Dwight on an elaborate treasure hunt for the legendary Holy Grail. For years, Dwight follows hidden clues, secret codes, invisible ink messages, and mysterious riddles, believing he's on the verge of discovering one of history's greatest artifacts. When the truth is finally revealed, it's clear Jim invested years into creating one of the most unforgettable pranks of his life. Michael also decides he's going to master Spanish before vacation. Unfortunately, his confidence is much greater than his actual language skills. After labeling everything in the office incorrectly and attempting awkward conversations with day laborers, his Spanish lessons become a complete disaster, leaving everyone confused, including the people he's trying to talk to. Dwight, meanwhile, hires a maintenance worker to remove a dangerous hornet's nest using whatever tools happen to be available. Instead of choosing the obvious solution, the worker grabs a blowtorch, creating one of the most ridiculous workplace safety situations imaginable, while everyone watches in disbelief. Oscar records an emotional "It Gets Better" message meant to inspire young LGBTQ+ people. But the office somehow manages to turn even this heartfelt moment into awkward comedy. Between Kelly using her webcam as a makeup mirror and Robert California delivering his own bizarre philosophical advice, the video becomes nothing like Oscar originally intended. Michael and Jim also prepare for an important business meeting together. But Michael can't resist treating Jim like a child. Instead of acting like equal coworkers, Michael insists on acting as Jim's mentor, turning an ordinary sales call into another unforgettable comedy routine. Disaster strikes when the office server suddenly crashes, bringing all work to a standstill. With nobody remembering the password, the entire staff begins guessing random words, ridiculous phrases, and even embarrassing jokes. Against all odds, one of the most absurd guesses actually unlocks the entire system, proving that only Dunder Mifflin could create such a password. as Michael celebrates his 15th anniversary with the company. Planning the perfect party becomes another hilarious argument. Michael dreams of an elegant, classy celebration, while Jim and Dwight completely disagree on what classy actually means. Their debate somehow includes chocolate-covered fruit, ice sculptures, tuxedos, and even Mr. Peanut, creating one of the strangest party planning sessions ever. The laughs continue during St. Patrick's Day, as office relationships, awkward friendships, and personal drama collide with holiday celebrations. Dwight launches Stairmageddon, forcing everyone to use the stairs, while dramatically treating routine elevator maintenance like the end of civilization. Stanley, already exhausted, isn't amused in the slightest. Finally, Jim creates one last office game by predicting every rainy day cliché Phyllis will say before noon. As the weather gets worse, Phyllis unknowingly repeats every classic expression about rain, exactly as Jim expected, proving once again that even the smallest moments inside Dunder Mifflin can become legendary. From Michael Scott's ridiculous leadership to Dwight Schrute's unbelievable confidence, Jim's genius pranks, Kevin's accidental comedy, and countless unforgettable office disasters, these moments capture everything fans love about The Office. It's a non-stop roller coaster of hilarious misunderstandings, outrageous personalities, and timeless comedy that never stops delivering laughs from beginning to end.